Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Ziigaat Horizon. This is one dynamic driver, two balanced armature, and two planar drivers. Technically, it's 5 drivers each side, but it is a tribrid because there's only 3 different kinds of drivers here. So, and I think I said drivers instead of drivers, but it is drivers. Here's a look at the specs right there. You have 102 decibels, 24 ohms. THD is only 0.55%, 20 to 35 kilohertz, and the cable is a 1.2 meter audio cable that is modular. And we'll get into the discussion of the cable and everything. So let's look at the units themselves. They're absolutely stunning. I mean, to me, I don't know, but there's a mountain in the sky with the sparkly stars and fingerprints. And then you have the ocean there sparkling away. They're not the smallest, obviously, but they're a little on the chunky side. Not as big as the Punch Audios. Nice big nozzle. Similar shape, obviously. If you had Ziigaat, it's a similar shape to Kiwi, although I think Ziigaat has the difference that you can tell is Ziigaat always has these round but sharper edges, like a more guitar pick shape, whereas Kiwi has the more rounded shape, if you can tell the difference there. It is much more rounded. Now, those are the Kiwi Astral, and those are very competent in-ear monitors, but they're a lot more bassier than this one, and we'll get into that. So inside the box, you're going to get these smoke tips right here. And you're also going to get the clear and some foams. And you get those in a bunch of different sizes. Here's your case. Here's your cable. A little on the thin side. Huge. But then again, I think the one for the Kiwi is about the same length too. So they are both big. The Kiwi does have a much better cable. And they both are around the same price. The Kiwi might actually be a little cheaper than the Horizon. Much thicker cable. And then you go into something that's in a similar price range. The Punch is, it's a different animal altogether, but I mean the Punch is, the cable is huge and thick. I love that cable. Nice humongous case here. And if you don't like this, which people don't, then you have this, which you can... I know it's all messed up now because I've been looking at the cable, but it fits in there perfectly. And let's throw in a player at the same time. There's still plenty. I could fit the Kiwi ears in there, so there's plenty of room in this case for different things. Just saying. So I like the case. Some people have complained the case is too big. I personally like the case. Now, I found these very comfortable. Overall, I mean, here's the nozzle, nice wide nozzles. It isn't the longest nozzle, but I found them very, very comfortable. I found isolation very good on these. Nice little vent right there. They fit in my ears nice and snug. I didn't have any hot points or anything else like that. My only gripe with the construction on these, because they're built very well, nice soft, medical grade resin, just like Kiwi ears and the other ones. This cable is a little on the thin side. I think the same complaint could be said about the Arcanus and about a whole bunch of different Ziigats. I don't think, I'm trying to think, but I don't think any of the ones that I personally have a really robust cable. Whereas the Kiwi ears, some of them don't and some of them do, but it is a much thicker cable. I was actually comparing these two on a short trip before, where the Astral is much more robust than the base. And we'll get into that right now. So construction-wise, we've gone through the spec-wise and the accessory-wise. And I'm just going to move these here because I'm going to put that in the case. I always take these out and I put them back in the box because I don't want to use that, really. I mean, I know it's nice. You put the in-ear in here and the cable wraps around this part, but I don't like it. It takes up enough space, and I like to put a DAP in here with them. What do they sound like? That is the important thing. Well, we're going to talk with the bass. We'll go with the bass. Now, the bass we're talking about like both sub has a little bit of an emphasis, mild emphasis, but it's still far towards the neutral side. Not anemic, not missing. It's there. You can hear the details, mild texture and the depth of the sub bass and everything. And the mid bass is still there as well. It's not lacking. Both of those are speedy, tight, fast. If you're, they don't even touch the mid range, not even in the slice. There's not even a tiny drop of warmth when it comes to the mid range. If you like that, mid range is neutral. It sounds very natural sounding. Bass wise, like I said, very good control, very good speed. A decent kind of texture and everything with it, but if you're a bass head, don't get these because it's definitely not for you. Like I said, the mid-range is very, very clear. Natural sounding, slight grain to it, almost like if you're listening to a record album or a cassette. There's some good texture there. There's good placement. I mean, they're in front of the instruments, but they're not in your face. So they are forward, but they're kind of mid-centered forward. So they're very good as well. I think a lot of people would like those. Like I said, if you're a bass head, stay away. It's not a bass-driven IEM. If you want bass, get the Astral, get the Arcanus from Ziigaat, get the Punch Audio. Those are more kind towards bass head than anything. So, looking at the treble on this, I think a lot of people are going to like the treble as well. The treble is wide open. I mean, it is extremely airy. Very detailed, has some nice crisp details there. Very good speed, very good extension. I think on a brighter set of equipment, because these are bright, I think on a brighter set of equipment, it might be too bright for treble sensitive people. Definitely, if you are not into brightness, this is definitely not for you. If you are a bass head, this is definitely not for you. If you are a soundstage person, well then, yeah, this is some really wide, immersive, almost holographic kind of soundstage, like if you're listening to recordings. I mean, they're going to come alive with this. It has some very good soundstage. It's accurate. It's extremely wide. It has a very good depth. It's probably equally deep as it is wide, as it is high. It's huge. It's a huge soundstage with this, and I like that. And the tips may change that, but in a nutshell, what you got is a very good, detailed, neutralish kind of bass. Some bass could be more toward balanced because it is present there. But neutralish bass, very clean, kind of neutral, grainy, mid-range, and not big grainy in a bad way. Just really, almost like like an analog recording. Treble-wise, open, airy, sharp details. Not overly sharp, not excessive, but it could be. It could be depending on your equipment and depending on your level of, tolerance for treble and highs. Very good soundstage. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Well built, comfortable, good isolation, decent accessories, really good accessories. I would say I drop it down a notch because of the cable. It's a little on the thin side, but it's still a really, really nice cable and it's modular. Beautiful build as always from the company. And just overall, just a really, really nice IEM. Thank you again for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.